The aging Donald Trump has lost his presidential focus yet again by giving himself another hobby project that feels real estate mogul familiar, and yet again it will only lead him off task from leaving this country. I have all the bizarre details and all the major backlash for you next. I'm Dan, and welcome to another Occupy Democrats Report. To get all of our videos on the Donald's descent into dereliction of duty, please hit that subscribe button. As division rages, the economy flounders, and the world loses confidence in the United States, what's at the top of Trump's to-do list? Building a ballroom, putting his name above John F. Kennedy's, and building a copy of a French arch that he fancies. All worthy presidential endeavors that Biden, Obama, and Bush obviously dropped the ball on, right? And because he has so much free time on his hands, Trump has added one more takeover passion project to his presidential plate. He's going to oversee the redesign of a federal golf course. I'll share the clubbing he's getting over the move in just a minute, but first let's drive our golf carts down memory lane and revisit this famous campaign lie.
Because I'm going to be working for you. I'm not going to have time to go play golf. And
I love golf. I think it's one of the greats, but I don't have time. 250 rounds, that's more than a guy who plays on the PGA Tour plays.
Obama ought to get off the golf course and get down there.
But you know what? And I love golf. But if I were in the White House, I don't think I'd ever see Turnberry again. I just want to stay in the White House and work my ass off.
Well, that did not age well, because the truth is... Breaking. Stunning analysis reveals that Trump spent a quarter of his 2025 days at golf clubs, costing taxpayers a whopping $110,600,000. And it gets even crazier. According to data compiled by the Trump Golf Tracker, Trump visited golf clubs 88 times this year. August was his most golf-crazed month, as he visited clubs 10 times. He golfed 9 days in March and November and went to his club in West Palm Beach 9 times in December. The astonishing tally completely demolishes the insane MAGA narrative that Trump is the hardest-working president in American history. His minions and sycophants are fond of praising his work ethic, but in reality, he's busy cheating at golf while his disastrous policies weaken and impoverish our country. When he actually is inside the White House, he's either falling asleep in the Oval Office or giving rambling, cognitively deficient rants about imagined slights and fabricated accomplishments. For comparison, President Obama played an estimated 333 rounds of golf over the entire course of his two-term presidency. At his current rate, Trump is on track to blow past Obama's 8-year total in just 4 years. The next time that a Trumper tries to brag about their cult leader's work ethic, trot out these numbers and watch them devolve into incoherent sputtering. With context established, let's now dive into today's breaking story and the backlash brutality that followed.
The Trump administration just got rid of the group that manages the 3 public golf courses here in D.C., leaving open the question of who will come in and take over now. The group that just got ousted says they were really big on making golf affordable and accessible for people here in D.C. and also creating summer jobs for high schoolers.
After caddying, I would spend hours practicing, and I would literally be there from sunup to sundown.
It's heartbreaking to see that a lot of our efforts and being stewards of these properties could come to an end.
This is the statement the Trump administration put out, saying it prides itself on getting the job done for the American people and partnering with others who share that same goal. They're accusing the National Links Trust of breaking the terms of their lease by not fixing up the golf courses or paying rent. But the National Links Trust insists they have followed all the lease terms and that they've spent over $8 million fixing up the courses. It is not clear who the Trump administration will bring in now to manage DC's golf courses.
Golf should not only be accessible to people that make 6 figures or that are members of a private club. It should be accessible to anyone.
And Golf.com called a penalty on Trump with an article titled, "The Trump D.C. Muni Golf Controversy Explained, 9 Questions and Answers." Among other things, James Colgan wrote, "The most significant chapter has arrived in the ongoing saga between the Trump administration and Washington, D.C.'s public golf courses." On Wednesday afternoon, the Department of the Interior revoked the lease of the nonprofit organization responsible for renovating several of D.C.'s municipal golf courses, clearing the way for the president to take control of the courses as part of a larger effort to reshape the capital city's public spaces. Is there a better explanation for the decision that the Trump administration isn't saying? Yes. Perhaps the simplest explanation for the administration's decision involves President Trump himself. The president is a fanatical golfer and an obsessed golf fan. He has also recently focused much of his attention on the physical legacy he will leave behind in the nation's capital, renaming the Kennedy Center after himself, announcing plans to build a triumphal arch, and demolishing the east wing of the White House to construct a new ballroom. The latter of the three projects resulted in the administration's first foray into the D.C. Muni scene in 2025, when dump trucks delivered piles of soil and debris from the East Wing to East Potomac Golf Links. The municipal golf courses would give Trump one more place to make his mark on the shape of Washington, D.C. in his final years in office. So what in the name of Donald Trump distractions is going on here? His cognitive decline offers one explanation. People with dementia often return to what's familiar because memories from their prime years are more intact and accessible, providing comfort as the present becomes confusing. In Trump's case, real estate development is much more familiar than leaving the free world. This oddness is simply an exercise in muscle memory. Trump claims that he's in perfect health, and if that isn't absurdly comical enough, he often teases a third term. But the truth is the guy is nearing the end of his life term, and before that day, his wrecking ball will continue to swing. We don't know how much damage will result, but we do know that damage will be par for the trunk course.